Hey guys, welcome to Turn Hill. Welcome to the place where we turn heal our way to self-love and unity consciousness. Lisa here. All right. Welcome to your new moon in Libra reading. I hope all is well with you. All right. Let us get started. I come to you, humbly God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love, in accordance with your divine will. What is it that we need to know for the new moon in Libra? Why am I writing poetry? Somebody tell me that. All right, let's go. Start with the Shaman Oracle. All right, okay. All right, we have Horn Cactus coming out. What else do you have here? Okay, we have Falling Angel, Spiritual Narcolepsy coming out. We're gonna have to look into this. What are we talking about? This is an energy, a little bit of like reverting. Oh God, oops, that was too much. Oh, it might feel like a reverting energy. Okay. Winter's dream gestation period. Okay, this is like, you know, in the winter, the crops are dying and it's like, I don't know. See, I was about to talk about farming. I know nothing about farming. But things happen in cycles, is what I'm trying to get at, right? The crops won't be dead forever, right? Or it's like having perennial flowers or something. They bloom back in the spring, you know, shit like that, okay? So whatever. It's something about, it's something about seasons, passing, things. I feel like this might have to do with revisiting the past, okay? It might feel like you're falling back into an old cycle, but it's really so you can clean up, get that cleanup on aisle one, okay? It's like part of us was left in an old cycle. We moved on, but part of us is still in an old cycle. We still have unfinished business, so we have to go and wrap that up before we move on. All right, let's go. So I am mixing the Muse Tarot with the Naked Heart. All right, doing something different. All right, what's up? What have we released? What have we released? What have we released? All right, we have the Two of Pentacles coming up. See, the Two of Pentacles is about juggling, right? It's about going back and forth, juggling two options, juggling something, right? But for some reason, this card is coming out and it's making me feel like liberation of some sort, all right? So you have the Two of Pentacles coming out with the Knight of Wands, then the Six of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Pentacles. I love how these energies are coming out kind of, I look at these as a feminine and masculine deck, and they're both coming out twice. Okay, what are we saying here? I feel like there's something to gather up from the past so it can help you build momentum in moving forward, all right? What's that saying, Maafa, the way out is back through? You know, it's something like that. You have to go and revisit your past. We do have the Six of Cups coming out. There's like gems to pick up in the past. Closure, oh, okay, all right. So some of you guys might be getting closure, whether you're actually talking to someone and getting the closure, or you're just revisiting a memory or revisiting an old relationship, revisiting old times in your mind. All right, so you can find that closure for yourself. And the closure is going to bring gems. Now, these gems, they're going to help you move forward. The gems could be things like, well, I overcame that. So that means I can overcome the next step. The gem could be confidence to move forward. You could be looking back at your past and releasing shame and guilt of the past. And that lightens you up to go for things moving forward, okay? There's different ways these gems can come up, all right? Anyway. What's this? The Four of Wands, yeah. So it's like, so you can find your happy place, okay? The stability. This is like a final wrap up. All right, next. Where are we now? The World card coming out. It's like a final goodbye, a final hurrah, okay? It's like, let's just do this for the last time before we break up for real. Joking. But it could be. Some of you guys could be having a lot, just be like, all right, let's do this for the last time. When we done, okay? No more hanky-panky, all right? Some of you, whatever, I'm not judging, all right? Anyway, so we have the World card coming out with the Knight of Cups in reverse. It's like, before I move on to with the World, the upgrade, and the Knight of Cups, which is that dream or whatever it is that you're moving forward to, this thing, the happy place. We're going to call this the happy place with the Four of Wands, okay? The level, the thing that's bringing you stability that you're slowly moving towards. The reason that's inspiring you to go back to wrap up and close things up so that you can have a solid foundation moving forward. That's what this is, the World card and the Knight of Cups. That's where we are now. It's a final hurrah before moving forward into that dream. All right. What is emerging within you? Are you guys proud of me? I'm really like sharpening up these readings. I'm trying to make them very short or shorter. All right. Justice card coming out. Yeah, it's about making things right, all right? So making things right, this is getting the answers that you've always wanted to get or getting the closure, whether you're providing the closure or you're getting it from someone else. So someone might be coming back in to give you the closure. Don't count on that. What we should count on is actually giving ourselves a closure, okay? Even if it's just like looking back and saying, wow, I was young and dumb, but wow, look how much I've grown. Holy shit. Like that is closure right there. All right. But it's something about it where you might get caught up in the past. So just be mindful of that. Don't fall into that trap with that falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy card. This is a temptation to kind of fall back asleep. All right. As you're revisiting a past, for example, let's say you revisited X and you're like, man, what happened to us? You know, and you're trying to get the closure. Next thing you know, what happened to us turned into, you know, I don't know, right? Clothes, what happened to the clothes, right? You don't want it to lead to that. You don't want to go back to an old cycle. You don't want to relive an old cycle. But the old cycle is coming up for a reason so that you can close it. That's it. All right. What else? What do we wish to grow? It's to settle the score, is to make things right, is to balance the scales, is to balance the karma, you know, whatever ties that you were holding on to, whatever things that were keeping you back, slowing you down. It's just pain of the past that's slowing you down. All right. And it's time to close it. All right. What do we wish to grow? What do we wish to grow? This can bring on nostalgia. This could definitely bring on nostalgia. I could see how that can probably lead to someone, you know, rekindling, reconciling with an ex on accident. Okay, but it does feel like a little bit of that energy, okay? So what is emerging? We have the Queen of Swords with the Ace of Wands. See, some of you guys, what's going to happen is, interesting. So when we revisit the past, let's say it's an ex. If we revisit an ex, we're going to see it from a totally clear vantage point. And that's going to make it very clear to us of how far we've come, right? Let's say it's a trash ex, okay? We're not going to talk about the cool exes and it's just like, oh, well, we just didn't work out. Let's talk about the trash exes, right? And it's like, you look back, you go back and you're like, damn, I was dealing with you. What was I thinking then? Wow, I was really in a different state of mind then for me to be dealing with this type of situation or knowing what you have to offer and for me to accept that. Wow, I've changed. That's that Queen of Swords energy that we're going to have, that Queen of Swords moment, that level of clarity, all right? And then it's going to give you this this boost. It's going to give you this light to move forward. Like, wow, I really am done with the past. Wow, I really have changed, all right? It's like when you go back to your old elementary school, for example, and it used to look huge when you were a kid, but you go back as an adult and you're like, wow, this class was so small. You know, things like that, all right? You're going back with a new attitude. Now, yeah, but it's like some people can go back with a new attitude and then think, okay. Here's where it could be a trap. Because you have a new attitude, some of you guys might go back and think you're more equipped to handle the situation. Like, I'm new, so it'll probably work out. All right? So that can be a trap for some of you guys. If this is someone that you're going back to that you're still, that you might, if you're still hung up on it, you might be like, well, I'm new, I'm different, then this can actually work now because I'm different. So just be mindful of that, okay? It's coming up to close a door with the Ace of Wands. It's coming up to close a door on that cycle. The Ace of Wands in reverse, all right? That was an opening of passion, of whatever, and it's time to close that, and it's going to be clear why you needed to close that, all right? Hindsight being 2020. That's what it is. So like hindsight being 2020, now you're being led to reflect on your past decisions. And it's going to make you realize how much you've grown. All right, I'm repeating. Where we at? How can we bring our goals to fruition? How can we bring our goals to fruition? Ace of Cups is out with the old and with the new baby. In with the new baby, okay? So we have the Ace of Cups coming out. So like I said, it's seeing this energy, Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords with the Ace of Wands in reverse. Clearly seeing why something needed to close out. Revisiting that so you can see like, wow, that's where I came from. Even if it's like if I go back to my old hood, I know I will look back like, ah, damn. Man, right? It depends on where hood you came from, but whatever. But I know I look back like, oh man, all right. Well, I'm glad I got out of here, right? So it's that energy, and it's like on to the new. Ace of Cups is bright, new, shiny energy. Look at the comparison. This is what you're closing out, and this is what you're walking into, okay? Closing out, walking into, brand new, more vibrant energy that you're walking into. With the Knight of Wands in reverse, wow, the Knight of Wands is like, yeah, no more drama, no struggle, all right? We're walking into brand new things with no struggle. We just have to understand the struggle that we came from to appreciate the clear, brighter day ahead, okay? All right, I don't know why I felt like I'd say it like a preacher. All right, Nine of Wands coming out. Oh, shit, that came out twice. Look, girl. All right, so we have the Ace of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands coming out with the Nine of Wands twice. Because remember, I'm using 2 decks, right? All right. Every time we level up, there's always going to be some type of, new battles to have, all right? You're not going to have the same battles before. Let's say if you was living in poverty, that's another set of battles. If you get money, that's going to be another set of battles, right? So it's time to drop the old set of battles because you got some new things to come in. All right. So it's just a matter of that. It's pretty much just closing out the old cycle, starting this new cycle, and we're forever growing into more and more cycles. So this isn't where we're gonna park. So just be mindful of that. But this does feel like a new beginning for all of us. Okay. What's next? How can we bring our goals to fruition? I think the biggest thing is the validation, okay? With the Justice card, I feel like you look back and you get validated. Like, this is why I had to leave, okay? Or this is why I had to leave. Leave the relationship, leave the state, leave the job, leave the whatever, okay? But you get that validation and it gives you strength. It gives you strength to go on and push through. Like, all right, that cycle is actually done. It is actually done. And I can move on to this new cycle. In this period, there's the Two of Cups coming out. What else we got going on? So either Two of Cups coming out with the Strength card. I do feel like it gives you more strength, or gives us more strength to move forward into our alignment, right? The things that are now aligned with us in this new world. No longer feeling the loss of the past. Some of us were in this new world, but still focusing on the past. Still longing for the past. Not realizing how done that was. Some of us were romanticizing the past, okay? And now we're about to actually be able to face the reality and see that, oh, it wasn't as what I remembered it to be, okay? Especially because you've grown. It's like if you had a memory of, oh man, I used to go to visit my grandma in Mexico. I'm making this up. And every summer, and it was the most beautiful garden, and you know, you thought you were living in the lap of luxury. And then you visit as an adult and you're like, wow, this is how it looked? I'm like, yeah, this is how it looked. You just imagine, you romanticized it. Every time we revisit a memory, this is, so they say in psychology, the Two of Cups. Some of you are revisiting a soulmate and you're realizing they're not all cracked up. They're not as cracked up as you thought that they were when you were in it. It's like, you know better, you do better. That's what it feels like, all right? All right. See, I'm wondering if they... Yeah, I mean, a perception changes because we know better. Okay. But yeah, in psychology, they say that, like, every time we remember, look, see, this is why Three of Swords coming out. We were like romanticizing about a past situation. Fuck, can I finish a sentence? Can I finish a thought? Psychology. Every time we go back and we remember a situation, is like we kind of add more to it, or it gets more and more skewed, okay? We get further and further away from the reality. So I've read, okay? But it feels like that type of concept here. Now, godly, I got that thought out. Three of Swords with the Star card coming out. This is what it is. So you were holding on. It's like you're holding on to a heartbreak, and let's say you're no longer talking to the person or whatever. You didn't get the closure. If you're talking to them, you still didn't get the closure, and you were like, man, you kept a story playing in your head about how great they were for you or how amazing they were, and you know, whatever the case is. But then you guys meet up or you guys talk and you're like, oh, they were never that great for me. You know, I don't know how many times, how many ways I'm gonna say that. Nine of Swords. But yeah, I mean, well, that's what, yeah, Nine of Swords coming out. This is that overthinking. It's a story that kept repeating. And this is why this has to happen. This reality check needs to happen. Like, oh, you thought that farm was like the best farm in the world? Okay. Well, go and check it out now as an adult. And now you're going to see like, oh, the land isn't fertile. It's not good to buy land there, or whatever the case is. You're realizing what your fantasy was, your fantasy, how you romanticize the past, whether you romanticize your pain. And when I say romanticize, you kind of made it more grandiose. You made it, whatever. You get what I'm saying. You romanticize, you could have romanticized a person, you know, whatever the case is. But it's a story that you kept telling yourself and you held on to even while you were growing. So you didn't realize that you were growing apart from this person. And you're not going to realize how far you got from them until you turn around and look back and you see how far apart you guys are, whether it's in compatibility or whatever the case is. I mean, yeah, compatibility. All right. The Lovers card coming out. Yeah, I am feeling, yeah, this is, all right, we're going to have to release these exes. We're going to release these motherfuckers. All right, yeah. Yeah. It's like, it's like, was this a Hierophant? Mm-hmm. I know that's right. This person, your ex, this is you putting someone on a pedestal, or putting a certain love on a pedestal. And this was you looking at it as that. Now you became this and you guys kind of switched. Not you and the person, but you grew. And now you're looking at this situation like, oh, this is not on. It's not lining up. And it is partially because of your own growth, all right? You wouldn't have seen it that way if you didn't grow. We have the Devil card coming out. If you would have stayed in Devil energy, it would have looked like this to you, okay? But this is a result of your own growth, and you have to see how far you've come by looking at your past decisions. Yeah, I was gonna say it's like if you, I don't know. If someone, like I said, some people could get trapped into the makeup sex thing. So it's like, you might think like, oh my God, this is like, I had the best chemistry with this person, oh my God. And then you guys revisit it and you're like, nope, it's not the same anymore, right? It's 2244 as I said that. So for some of you guys, you might have to go that far to get the validation. Not suggesting that, but it does seem like, because I keep bringing it up, maybe that is going to be some validation for you guys, the defining moment. Yeah, I just keep feeling like a reconciliation can be a trap. You don't have to fall in the trap, but if you do fall in a trap, you're going to have some signs that it's not the same anymore. It's not how you romanticized it, okay? All right, yeah, so that's a blockage. Because someone didn't realize that they became this yet, okay? They didn't realize they became this, so now they have to look at things from this vantage point and on this level. But this past situation is going to help them figure that out. Okay, what are we feeling to see? The World card again. Yeah, this is what we're feeling to see. That we're in a new world. We don't realize how much we've grown out of people, okay? Especially if we haven't talked to them. And if you call someone up and be like, hey, big head, what's up? You still toxic or not? Then yeah, you might realize, yeah, whatever. All right, what are we feeling to see? Anything else? Come on now. All right, Naked Heart, Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. So yeah, so I'm failing to see with the World card and the Naked Heart in reverse. Okay, it's like, oh, that's not where my new beginning was. If somebody comes back, you wanted them to show you love, you wanted them to offer you something and you weren't able to get it from them. And then let's say they come back with this offer, you might realize like, oh, my heart is not in that anymore, right? And then it's like, okay, so then Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I can stop with that, having that desire, because I realize now that that desire is actually outdated. Okay, outdated desires. That is what's happening here. We're recognizing outdated desires, so that we can finally move on to our new desires, okay? With the Knight of Wands coming out here. Cool. And what's the advice? We have the Star card coming out. Yeah, it's just tweaking that old thing. All right. Tweaking that old thing so you can finally heal, step into the star energy. Get rid of things that are holding you back. All right. We do have the Drifter card coming out, experiencing life as it comes. All right. This energy is more adventurous, it's more light, it's more playful. It's like, okay, let's see what the new world has to offer. But if you were still focusing on the old world, you weren't as accepting and as welcoming of this new opportunities coming in. Because you're like, yeah, but I still got the old world stuff. Still waiting for my ex to come back. And then, you know, so on and so forth. All right. So pretty much, we don't realize how much we've grown. We're going to have that reality check. Some of us are going to realize that our love for someone we have outgrown a love for certain people. That's going to be a reality check. And yeah, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do a pick a card. All right. But this is where we're ending on this part of the reading. Yeah, so thank you for watching. If you're leaving me here, thank you for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG, Taryn Hill. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, check out the Patreon link below. Thank you so much, and until we meet again, peace. All right, now we're doing a pick a card for the new moon. All right, we're gonna do 3 piles. So pick a pile. 1, 2, or 3. I just randomly decided to do this on the spot. So now I gotta get the cards right. But the first deck that we have here, Ethereal Visions. All right, pile 1. All right, what does pile 1 need to know for this new moon? Why do I keep wanting to say full? New moon. See, I was not prepared at all. I'm just out here just winging it like. All right, pile 1. Sorry. What does pile 1 need to know? Thank you. What do they need to know for the full moon? We're gonna make this quick. All right. Emperor, Tower, 9 of Wands, Queen of Cups, the Lovers. All right, so somebody's having a bit of an epiphany here. Okay, it is some emotional stuff happening. Whew. Oh God, somebody wants some love. Somebody wants some love. All right, we have the World card coming out. Oh, jeez. I need to work on the lighting with this deck. All right. But anyway, we have the World card coming out. Somebody is having this epiphany about love, okay? Or they're going to have this epiphany. This could be you or someone else, so keep that in mind. But we do have the Emperor card coming out with this tower moment. They're having this tower epiphany, all right? With this Queen of Cups in upright. I feel like it's more about their emotional space, to be honest. I think somebody's gonna realize what they were doing to hold back and how they were making it kind of hard for love to happen in their lives. How they weren't given equal reciprocity here, how they were moving, yeah, with the Devil card. First of all, let's look at this Devil card real quick. This is the dopest Devil card I've ever seen in any deck. I'm gonna keep it real with you. This is dope. But anyway. Yeah, so someone's having this epiphany of like, damn, I was kind of shady, huh? You know, in their own ways. It's like, how was I not giving equal reciprocity? And now it's like, how can I start doing that? With the Nine of Wands, how was I creating struggles in love? How was I making love harder than what it needed to be? And how can I stop doing that shit? Right? So we do have the Nine of Pentacles coming out as hopes and dreams. Like see, somebody's opening up emotionally. If this is an Emperor, it doesn't matter what the gender is, they're getting more in touch with their feminine side, with their emotional side, okay? They're getting more in touch with their healthy emotions, their healthy expression of emotions, all that good stuff. It's amazing, all right? And they're like, look, man, I want love. Sure. Six of Pentacles. Sure. Come on now. I want to be able to love somebody and they love me back. I want that equal reciprocity, boy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, these cards are falling all over the place. All right. Yeah, so Bear Spirit, take time out. This person is definitely taking some time out to like work on their emotions. Like, damn. All right. And they're getting watch and wait, Seahorse Spirit. So I don't know. This could be you. This could be someone else, and they're feeling this way, and they might be coming to you, okay? Coming to get that ass. With the Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait. But someone is definitely, they're turning a new leaf emotionally. They're like, look, I want love, and I don't care. I'm not afraid to show it, and that's what makes them an Emperor now, all right? Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted. So if this is you who's realizing that you might have been a little bit shiesty when it came to love, yeah, nothing was wasted there. Don't sit here and blame yourself too much about how you were moving in the past. As I mentioned earlier, if you know better, you do better. And that's what this cycle is doing for all of us, all right? But it does seem like this lesson is coming through like just realizing the toxicity or the toxic choices or toxic partners that they were attracting or that they were actually being, all right? Yo, these cards are not like cooperating. All right, let me pull from the Romance Angels. Romance Angels. Getting to know each other in finances and career. All right, somebody's finances is probably getting in the way. See that this is a gestation period, the resting period. Okay, where someone's like, okay, I'm looking at my past now. This is how they're using the full moon energy. I'm looking at my past. I'm realizing how I probably sabotaged a few things or I made the wrong choices. Let me get my mind right and start going for the things I actually want and start being the partner that the type of person that I would want deserves, right? Let me be the person that I want to be with, you know? But first, let me get my money right. All right. So we do have getting to know each other. So some of you guys, this person might come back, but they might come back pretty slow, and you are being led to take it slow here. Let's see, what does this Emperor want to tell Pile One or tell the person? What do they want to say? Yeah. My life isn't together as it seems, and you came closer than anyone. So yeah, this person, Pile One, this could be you. And you could be having someone on your mind, okay? And you're like, man, my life is not that together. My finances a little funny. You know what I'm saying? Money funny, but I'm gonna come back to them, and I want to come back to them because they came closer than anyone, and I kind of screwed the pooch on this relationship. So this is how they're feeling. Or if this, all right, so if that's you, or if you're on the other side, this person is feeling this way about you, that they messed up and they want to come back because they're ready for love. They just look like somebody's ready for love. We will be together again. Amen. All right. Pile 2. Oh, if this is where you leave me, Pile 1, thank you so much. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG, Tara and Hill. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. I don't feel like cards are missing. Thank you. So we'll meet again. Peace. All right, pile 2. What does pile 2 need to know? For this new moon in Libra. You're the 4 of Cups. Everybody's in longing. Everybody's going to be in this nostalgia mode, thinking about the past, remember what we used to be. Do you remember the time when we fell in love? And the face says, that's what we're going to be doing. And it's just ridiculous. All right, so we have the High Priestess coming out with the Queen of Pentacles coming out. Let's pull out all these cards. Ace of Cups. I feel like a new love comes in and then it makes them think about the past, all right? It makes them revisit the past here. So this is another way. All of these readings are about people revisiting the past, but it's how they do it and what they get out of it. So pile 2, you guys might be, it might trigger things in the past, okay? High Priestess, so... I don't know. It might trigger something. I don't know if it's going to trigger some things in you, or you're going to see something in someone that reminds you of someone in the past. It's something about like your current, because with the Ace of Cups, it does seem like there's a new thing that opened up, but for some reason it reminds you of the past a lot. Why is this Magician card? We have the Magician card coming out in reverse, with the Empress card coming out in reverse. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this energy. I think some of you guys... Okay, let's see. Why is this up to? Some of you guys, it kind of feels like you guys are probably finding yourself in a situation that might be a stop-go energy, and it reminds you of a past person, someone that you dealt with before. Or you're revisiting something, you opened up a relationship again with an ex, and they're doing the same thing that they've done before, you know, once they got comfortable, because you know how that goes sometimes. All right, but that's what it feels like here. I don't like this. We have the Empress with the Magician card coming out in reverse. Both of them in reverse. This might be an ex coming back and they're still moving the same way. They might have a little bit more tricks up their sleeve with that Magician card. Okay, let's look into the Magician. I don't know. Where's it at? Okay, sorry. Why is this Magician in reverse? There's a choice. I feel like this almost feels like a test for you guys. See, because it was longing. Some of you guys, you're missing someone, you're longing for someone, and then they come back. And then, but they're not. And this is where you have this moment of, were they what they were cracked up to be or not, you know? Oh, because I talked about this in a reading where you could kind of fall into a trap. It seems like this person might be coming back, and it might be a little bit of a trap, okay? All right, let's see. Why is this problem swords here? See, I don't know, man. Look, let me tell you something. Paul, there's somebody that's definitely gonna come back, all right? The love, you had a lot of love for them, okay? The love was deep, okay? Can't lie about that. It was deep. With this the two-faced mask here, the magician card coming out in reverse here, and it's like this other two decision, okay? With this Five of Swords coming out, it's like, oh, you used to be shady, but you're not now. You're gonna, and we have the High Priestess here, and this is something that you wanted, okay? We have this clouded vision about the love. This is something that somebody wanted, and then they come back and you think that they've changed, and they really didn't. There's still a Magician in reverse. We have the High Priestess coming out. You are gonna have to follow your intuition on this one. You've grown intuitively, and you're gonna have to just trust that. Because with this energy, I do feel like this person might be kind of slick, right? And they might be good at, okay. Sorry. All right, they might be good at hiding. They might be good at masking. Godly, this is annoying. All right, Paul, so just be mindful. You got a tricky one on your hands, okay? And they know that you really, they know how to push your buttons. I feel like this has a feeling of an ex. They know how to push your buttons. They know what you like. They know what you don't like. They know that you wanted what you wanted. So they know how to say the right things is what I'm feeling there. All right. Let's pull from the Animal Spirit deck. Too many cards. You're going to have to follow your intuition on this one. Because I feel like what you see is not going to be what you get, right? It's like, it's a trickster energy here with some confusion. Believe in yourself, squirrel, spirit. Believe in yourself. Believe in your intuition here. Believe in what you know them to be. If they know you, you probably know them too, right? And when I say know, I mean you know how to do. You know how to get down. You know what their tricks are. Don't fall for the same tricks. They might have a little bit more tricks up their sleeves, but I feel like this person, you might be able to see it. I don't even know. To be honest, it's going to be split. Some people are going to, wow. Dragonfly spirit. Truth transcends illusion. Some people are going to be able to see, like, oh, this is how you used to trick me back in the days. Okay, I get it. Screw you. I'm out, okay? You think you trying to play me? You think you won't play with me again? Nah. Fuck out of here, right? Some people might fall for the same tricks again and really believe that, it is what it is, all right? So that's up to you. This is a tricky one. All right, let me pull from the Romance Angels. Okay, so the purpose of this, forgiving and learning. Some of you guys, you dealt with a trickster, and they might come back, and then you see how they move, and you're like, you're gonna have to forgive. You're gonna have to realize who they are, the beast that they are. Like, oh, this is just how you operate in the world. It wasn't an attack against me. This is just how you move in the world. And you're still moving like that when I grew? I'm sorry for you. I forgive you though, okay? I forgive you. And that's the energy that you're being led to step into and not fall back into the same trap or the same tricks, all right? All right, well, that's it, Paul, too. Good luck with that, all right? Do the right thing. All right. If this is where you're leaving me, thank you so much. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment. I'm your IG Taryn Hill. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, check out the Patreon link below. Thank you so much. Until we meet again. Peace. Pile 3. I almost said 4. Should I do 4 piles? No, it's too much. Oh, maybe I should do 4 piles. All right, pile 3. What does pile 3 need to know? What do they need to know about what are they going to experience with this full moon, new moon in Libra? How is the past going to help them find their gems? All right, what's going on? Pile 3. Pile 3. All right. Oh, I missed these cards. All right. We have the King of Cups coming out in the breast. Hold on. This is a very, this is a confused energy. It's a lot of like back and forth energy, okay? About emotions. I feel like the emotions are not really, someone's not sticking to their guns when it comes to their emotions, it seems. It does seem like it's a bit topsy-turvy. One day they might feel love, one day they don't. Or one day they feel like, oh, I'm over this love, and then another day they don't. They feel like they're madly in love. Whatever the case is, there's some confusion happening here. And someone needs to like revisit that energy. How do they actually feel about a specific situation? It does seem like with the Ten of Wands, it's still carrying some weight. It's still carrying, even though it's like a past situation, it does seem like it's carrying some weight here. While your upgrade is right there looking at you with the Wheel of Fortune here, that's your new cycle opening up. I feel like some of you guys, you don't want to believe that maybe a past situation was hurtful, or you don't want to believe that somebody was shady in the past, and you still want to keep up this illusion of love. You want to keep up the illusion like, oh, everything was fine. See, back to what I was saying in the new moon reading earlier, where we might romanticize the past and not really see the reality like, oh, this person was actually pretty shady. But while you were in the moment, it felt like love. In a moment, you didn't realize it. Maybe you were being manipulated or whatever the case is. And I feel like somebody's a little bit, they got a blind spot, a soft spot when it comes to this person, and they need to clear that up, because once they clear that up, then they can see this person for who they are, and they can learn the lesson that they were supposed to learn in this person, which is like, I was about to say opting out of deception. That was such an interesting way to say it, like opting out of deception. Okay, wow. It does seem like a blind eye energy, where it's like, well, maybe they didn't mean it like that. Maybe when they said this, they really meant that, making excuses for them, creating delusions and illusions for yourself, gaslighting yourself. Okay, this could be you or someone else, but somebody might have been gaslighting themselves or being gaslit by the person. But I feel like this is, it takes two. It takes two. So I feel like this is some type of self-delusion that kept going even when the situation ended, where someone's not really willing and ready to believe that someone might have been shadier than they thought. So it's time to address that. See, somebody could have been dealing with a very passive-aggressive partner, you know, something like that. So it's kind of hard to detect whether this person is like, really had it out for you or not. You know, you're not going to see it because they don't move aggressively. We're going way too deep into this energy. All right. So anyway, it leads to this Star card. Ultimately, it leads to someone's healing, which is cool. Ultimately, with the Knight of Cups coming out in the future, I love this because it's showing like you're realizing how inappropriate that situation was, or how inappropriate that person's behavior was when it came to love. And that's amazing. All right, so kudos to you. It does look like that's what's that's a lesson to learn, at least. So, and it leads you to stop longing for it. All right. For some of you guys, you already know, maybe you were already in a cycle where it took a while for you to accept their level of shadiness or whatever, but eventually you did get to the King of Cups in reverse, which is like kind of dropping that love, realizing you fell out of love. Some of you guys, it's just validation. You're going to go back in your mind and reflect on the situation, or they'll come back, whatever the case is. Energetically, you revisit this energy, and it gives you the validation that you were correct, right? Let's say you had evidence of them being shady, but you weren't quite sure, but you left anyway. And then the further you move away, you look back and revisit that evidence again, and you see it way clearer. Like, of course, yeah, they were shady. You know, that's what's happening there, and that's good. So that's the gems you're gonna pick up. Okay, getting the validation of how something wasn't right. Something wasn't right there, okay? We have Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. That's why you need to go back, get that wisdom, so you can be able to detect, like, see what their tricks were. See what those tricks were. Yeah, okay. And opt out of deception. All right. I guess I'm gonna do a little more pile after this. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. It does seem like there's a bit of like illusions that was played, that you kind of pulled the wool over your own eyes a little bit because you were in love, and that's what happens. We all do it, okay? But yeah, bring a gentle touch. Be compassionate with yourself when you finally have this aha, eureka moment. Like, man, this person really was trash. This was a trash relationship, you know, or whatever the case is. Maybe the person wasn't trash, but the dynamic was trash. Maybe you realize you accepted more than you deserve to accept, or you accepted a certain treatment, you probably, you know, and you realize you deserve better. Don't beat up on yourself for allowing certain things, or for not knowing better, for getting tricked, or however that's going to come up, however that guilt is going to come up, or shame. Be gentle with yourself. I do feel like there might be shame coming up, like, wow, I really didn't see that. You know, it's okay. It's some shame that comes up, that may come up with Dragonfly Spirit, with the truth. As the truth comes out of this illusion, it's going to be some shame about, why didn't I see that clearer? How did I miss that? All right. We have Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true. It's also this energy of, see, I feel like this is a wisdom to be gained when you opt out of deception. You opt out of love when it has too much deception in it, right? It's like somebody was probably opting in to love, opting into the deception because it had love there. And it's like, this and that are true. It can have love, and it can also be very deceptive. It doesn't take away from the fact that this person loves you. It's not the love that you deserve. And that's a lesson to learn, all right? Someone can have love for you, and you can believe it, you know, and they can believe it, and you guys could share some real tender, intimate moments and bonding moments, you know, but it can also be an unhealthy love at the same time, right? All right. That's your lesson now. All right. Thank you so much. Let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG, Tara and Hill. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, check out the Patreon link below. Thank you. Till we meet again. Peace. All right. Pile 4. Oh man, in the beginning I said only 3 piles. But once I started doing pile 3, I kept wanting to say pile 4. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm doing 4 piles. So I don't know who's going to choose this mystery pile. It's a wild card pile here. All right, what's going on with pile 4? What are they going to learn from their past here with this full moon, this new moon in Libra? What do we have here? Oh, Six of Swords. Sun card. Oh, some. Hold on. Oh, this. I don't think this energy is fucking around. Oh, this person is clear. This person is clear. All right. You guys are going to have crystal clear vision, okay, on anything that wasn't working. And you're moving on. You're like, I don't need to revisit the past. I already know what it is. I'm out. I feel like that's this energy. Now, it might be a little bit of rejection or denial of the past because it's like, I already know it's messed up with the Justice card in reverse. I already know it's trash. I already know I don't need to revisit that. It's a little bit of denial here I'm getting. Is it denial? I mean, denial in the case of, you're not denying that it's trash or it was an injustice. It's just denying that, oh, it's still healing. That needs to come out of that. And someone's just like, what more do I have to look at there? Like, it hurt, it was bad, it was an injustice. I get it. What more do I need to gain from this? That's what I'm feeling in this energy here. So someone's like, I know it didn't make me happy. Sun card with the Six of Swords. I know it didn't make me happy, so I'm moving on. World card. I see my opening right there. I see my new beginning right there. Like what? Death card. Somebody is ready. Somebody is so done. This pile is done. 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 Emperor. In the future. Look, I know, like, there's nothing I need to go back to. I use the example of revisiting your old hood or visiting your old elementary school and realizing like how, you know, how small the school was or whatever. Or revisiting an old ex and realizing, oh, you guys did have like a little toxic dynamic. This energy here is like, I don't have to revisit it to know. It's burned in my head. What are you taking me back there for? So what are they taking them back there for? Because it seems like this person's clear. So we have the Nine of Pentacles coming out in reverse. Ace of Swords is the external influence. Four of Cups. All right. I feel like this is more of a healing thing. There might be still a little bit of a, because we have this Temperance card coming out in reverse as the likely outcome. And this is kind of going against it. You know, some of you guys, you know, healing comes in layers. It's not like you don't heal like everything one and done, especially if these are deep, if this is a deep wound. It happens in layers. So it seems as if you guys might be led to revisit this thing to just unveil another layer of pain to find the healing. And it's like this, it just feels, I'm feeling in my heart now. It's like somebody just, it's like, how much do I have to go over this, you know? It's like if you go to a therapy session, they're like, hey, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that one instance in the past again. It's like, dude, we beat this with a dead horse. I'm so done with this. We're good. But they're not realizing that the therapist sees, hey, this is actually affecting other aspects of your life. This is why we got to pull out a little bit more from this situation. You have to squeeze the juice out of this situation. Get the lemonade out of these lemons, okay? You still got some lemon juice up in there that needs to come out. And yes, it tastes sour, and yes, it's fucked up, it hurts, or whatever the case is. But somebody needs to know that it is for their highest good. It is for a level of healing. You're already on point though, okay? You're already on point with the situation. It's true, you don't have to revisit the situation to understand that there was an injustice. And I feel like this group, Pile 4, has definitely grown from this. It helped them recognize what's happiness, what's not, what's an injustice, what's not. I feel like boundaries are set more, whatever the case is. However you've grown from it, you've grown from it. But the wound is still there, and the wound still needs to be treated, okay? You still have to treat the wound. All right, Temperance card. Why is that Temperance card there, please? Oh, let me pull from this one. Okay. Yeah, it's still, so this pain is still, it's affecting, it's still, oh, this is uncomfortable. This energy is uncomfortable. Okay. All right. So some of you guys, this old pain is coming up. And if it comes up, you're probably led to push it out of your head. You don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about that pain. I'm going to distract myself so I don't have to think about the pain, but it's coming up for a reason. I mean, this is going to be different for everyone, how heavy this is, but it just feels like something that someone does not want to think about or talk about anymore. It just, if somebody wants to ignore it, I'm feeling this. See, this, it's gonna help with the heart. It's gonna help with the heart. There's some healing that still needs to be done because of this situation. I'm inclined to say that this might be kind of heavy because it doesn't seem like it's just, even whether it's a relationship, whatever it is, it's something that cut really deep. And that's why it requires layers to this treatment. It's not something that could get, it's like, it's not something that could just get healed with a Band-Aid. It's not a minor cut, a minor bruise or scrape. This is something that, is deep, okay? And this is why, you can't take it all at once. You can't do the healing all at once, but now it's coming back around, we got to do another round of healing. And it's going to cause some purging, all right? But it's also going to cause a heart expansion. Whew, I'm feeling this one in my heart. God damn. All right. You're going to have to trust that it's happening. It's coming up for a reason, okay? I'm getting a lot of spiritual energy with this pal. That's why I feel like this is probably some deep inner work, some deep spiritual work. If you guys are already on a spiritual journey, all right? So we have Ant Spirit, time to collaborate, and Cow Spirit, the miracles are endless. And it does feel like this is you cooperating with Spirit, with the Temperance card. Because it does feel like this is spiritual guidance leading you to go through this new round of revisions, a new round of healing of this wound, and you're kind of pushing the guidance away. Even though you know that it's something I feel like this group knows that it's something that they need to touch on, they need to face. But this energy just feels so divine. It's just cooperate with the divine on this. They know, they can see. It's like a therapist, like I said, who could see how this situation is actually causing blockages in other ways. And I don't feel like it's causing major blockages because I feel like you guys are very much on point with the Emperor energy, with the Death card, with the World card, all these cards of new beginnings. You've done enough healing to get to your new beginning. So kudos to you. All right. But they're saying that, there's just some things, little annoying, little things, little tweaks that just might need to be had. Little tweaks in the wound. It's not like a deep cleaning. I don't feel like it's that. I just feel like it's a minor treatment of the wound, okay? Just a little touch up, okay? So that you can just go forward strong, okay? They're seeing how this might affect in minuscule ways, but it's still unnecessary ways where it can affect your new beginning. And they don't want that for you. All right. This is like the most spiritual pile here. Okay. Well, this is pretty deep. All right. Well, of course, I guess pile 4 had to happen for sure. But yeah, I really hope that this provided some insight for you. It's easier said than done. And I mean, if you're strong enough to get to this place, okay, and overcome injustice and get to this world card, death card energy and have this level of conviction, because I'm feeling so much strength of spirit with this pile. If you were able to get here, you can overcome this. You can go through this other round of healing and be strong. You'll be even stronger and better for it. All right. What's that meme? Like, I'm tired of going through things that don't kill me but make me stronger. Like, that's this pile here. Like, man, I done did the work. Now, shit. No, fuck. How much stronger I gotta be? But you're right there. All right. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be a deep. I don't think it's a deep phase of digging in. I just feel like it's a little bit. It's a little bit of something, a little bit of insight that needs to come in. That's all. You just gotta face it, get that insight, and then just go on, do what you're doing. Keep being a boss ass that you're doing. That you be in emperor mode. Okay, no matter what your gender is. All right. This could be you or someone else. Let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG, Tarot Heal. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, check out the Patreon link below. Thank you so much. Until we meet again, peace.